Hello, THL, and welcome to Wicked Wednesday. We've got a fantastic match for you tonight. We've got Swallows That Follows versus Prep is for Rogues in the Legacy Series. It's week 2. It's THLeumer versus who else? BrushyTuna, my arch nemesis who's somehow on my team. But I'm going to keep my bias in check. I'm RonMexico. I'm here tonight with our fantastic op, Dr. Fish, and casting alongside HeatShock. How you doing, guys?
I'm doing great. I'm very excited for my first casting opportunity in THL.
Oh, yeah. It's going to be great. I'll defer to your superior Hearthstone knowledge as much as I can.
Oh, no, I'm sure you have plenty of strengths that I don't when it comes to matchups. So.
Oh, diplomatic HeatShock. What a guy. And how about you, Fish? How you doing tonight? Glad to hear it. Excited for some spicy Hearthstone action. We've got a full mirror, right? In this lineup here, it's Lemur's Paladin, Rogue, Shaman, Warrior versus BrushyTuna's Paladin, Rogue, Shaman, Warrior. And we have a double Warrior ban from these players. Talk about your mirrors. I'm really hoping they don't actually just have the same queue order too. Please spare us from, the same class versus the same class in every match. Fingers crossed.
Yeah. It's pretty unlikely that would happen. It's possible, but pretty unlikely.
Yeah, you never know. But if we're in contact with the players, I know BrushyTuna just got back and should be ready to get started. Have we heard from Lemur? I see.
It looks like Brushy's preparing to battle a friend.
Yeah, I got a message from Lemur. He says he's ready.
Okay.
So, yeah, we can give him the go-ahead if you are all set to get underway as well, Fish. Sweet. Nice. All right, so what do you think, HeatShock? What is going to be the queue order from these players? Or at least game 1?
That is a good question. I think if they're both leaving Shaman up, they'll probably open with that. Because it just seems like it's naturally good into the Rogue. And then it seems probably fine against Paladin. Although you could also open up the Rogue if you think the other person might open Paladin.
I like it.
I think the Paladin's probably the weakest deck of the 3 for both players.
Absolutely, yeah. I was thinking it would be very likely to see Paladin come last, but as the weakest, sometimes you try to sneak it through early.
Right.
And we've got Lemur leading with a Rogue and BrushyTuna leading with a Shaman.
This is not the Shaman you might have expected to see, though.
Not quite. Yeah, that is. Those are a lot of cards that are not evolve cards. So yeah. This is going to be a control Shaman.
That's an interesting choice because I feel like the control Shaman lines up so well into Warrior that I almost wanted to play it against Warrior. Oh wow, this is the Doomhammer build.
Oh, and we've got some emotes already. You'd love to see it. Yeah, so this is a control Shaman featuring Doomhammer with some bursty stuff for the ultimate win condition.
I have had a lot of success with the Doomhammer style of control against Rogue in particular. I feel like the Paladin may be a really uphill battle. So it's probably a great choice to open with the Shaman then, because the Paladin's an unlikely opener from Lemur.
And Lemur, true to form, if anyone's ever watched him play on THL before, he has always, literally always, full roped turn 1. Staying on brand. It's a weird brand, but a brand nonetheless.
You serve well.
Yeah.
Both players flinging emotes back and forth as, I don't know, they rope and press the button a few times.
Yeah, I think it is the hero power here over the Dylan.
Yeah, he's not tempoing this note taker. He wants value off that minion. Although, I don't know, he might overhear me and try to make me look dumb by playing knowing Tuna.
So you can either go for the Swindle or the Miscreant here, right? With this backstab. I almost like the Swindle to try and get an Edwin or something, but I guess it's not bad to use the coin, and having a 1/4 is worth something.
Yeah, there's multiple options here, and he might not be all that concerned about the minion. He also does not yet know that BrushyTuna is actually playing a control shaman, so could be still just on the line of expecting evolve.
Right, he may want to try and save that backstab to remove something that actually matters.
Yeah, like maybe just hoping to use it for a cage match custodian or something like that. Having the other Miscreant and backstab is also potentially tempting here.
Too. You could have expected a desert here sometimes on turn 4, and then you want to be able to make sure they all go away before the weapon comes out.
Right.
How do you feel about these lackeys? Do you think they're good, bad, or
they're kind of meh? I mean, Witchy's fine, maybe, but there's so many times that it's bad. Taunt Lackey, you're happy if you're holding a questing, right? And if you're not, then you're like, I guess.
So, would you torrent this? I don't think you need to.
Tuna agrees.
Yeah.
2/7 not really presenting a whole lot of a threat right now. Just high health, but not high attack. And just taking it real slow. Meanwhile, Lemur still presented with some options. Curious that he elected no combo cards on the last turn. This turn, once again, a number of options.
Yeah, I would have maybe liked to see a Wand Thief or something, but maybe he's not sure what he wants because he's not sure what Shaman he's against. Maybe he's had some doubts if this is really Evolve at this point because there hasn't been a single minion yet. Although, sometimes you hero power until turn 5 with Shaman, but against Rogue, I don't know if that's usually the case.
Yeah, it's interesting with Rogue just being presented so many options over multiple turns that the game can diverge into a multitude of different ways just by like small decisions in the early game. And I don't mind this here, using the Taunt Lackey to just get a massive Snapjaw.
Now we're really seeing maybe the Torrent should have come down, because there's just no way the Doomhammer's getting through this 2/9.
Yeah, a little bit of a punish there for the Torrent, but it shouldn't be too hard.
I almost want to, because the 4/4 doesn't do much here, and the Doomhammer, at least you're not going to be overloaded into your Earthquake turn.
Could have been a bit concerned about Doomhammer getting stolen from a weapon tech from Lemur.
As you say that, I did get sticky fingered earlier today at top 300 legend by a Rogue.
Yeah, so, I mean, you traditionally don't expect that Rogue ever runs weapon removal, whereas the other classes might, but I've been seeing it more and more in Rogue, so Tuna could just be being cautious here, because if that Doomhammer gets destroyed or stolen, he could be in a lot of trouble. But that would have been the turn to play it, because you certainly don't want to play it on 5 or on 6 to overload for the turn 7 Earthquake. Mousing over Hagatha's scheme, which is a decent way to maybe stave off some of this pressure.
Right, with this much of a board already and having a lot of AoE in hand, I think it's fine to use it. Although I do question why the Jandis didn't come down last turn.
Yeah.
I guess did he think there was a scheme in hand?
Well, there was zero hint that he was playing against anything other than a bad draw from Evolve Shaman.
That would be a really... Maybe once he sees the Sticky Finger, he's like, this is probably too bad to be Evolve Shaman.
Yeah, true. Sticky Finger was I guess, the hint, but I have actually seen it run in Shaman here and there. So it's not like in Evolve Shaman, it's not like a pure, like, giveaway.
Right. So this has to be Earthquake, right? we need to clear out this taunts and get the Doomhammer.
Oh yeah, Tuna has
Really?
been preparing for this earthquake, so this is coming down for sure.
Right. And now there's no target on board for this backstab. I guess you could questing secret passage or questing swindle, right?
Probably the swindle.
I like the passage a lot. I was gonna say, you can get like miscreants and stuff. The swindle only gets one playable card, right? Because you don't want to get a minion.
True. I think THLeumer, just the way like he plays a lot of the matches is it's tournament style, so you don't necessarily go for like the highest probability of payoff as you do for like what might ultimately be the safer type play. Because if he played Secret Passage and wound up with some bad draws off of it, with little mana to spend, it feels like a waste.
Okay, so I definitely would have played the Doomhammer here.
This seems fine though as an opening from Tuna, just to remove the threat and heal up.
Right, I do like. I think you can kill the rogue pretty easily with Doomhammer Shaman because I don't know if he has Rock Biters, but if he has Rock Biters, they just don't have the life total to really survive. And then you play the minions later, and they just have to trade into them because they're at like 10.
True.
Okay.
So like
we could have gotten Diligent Taker on this Storm Strike. That could have been really strong.
An Inara pickup is looking pretty strong though for BrushyTuna here.
Yeah.
As he's able to push quite a bit.
I really don't want to put the 5 into this cat.
I think he was targeting what might have come off of the portal, just in case.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Yeah, there was no way that Tuna was hitting a 1/2 with 5 damage. It's not happening.
That's good.
So here's the passage. We'll see what is in the secret passage box. It's a whirl kick and a combo card and another combo card and a Foxy. Wow, that is a really good secret passage. You just played Foxy into this,
I think
right?
he wanted to get Edwin, but it was pretty good for sure.
Surprising to see the Abyss come down before the Foxy, but regardless, Foxy comes out. It's basically a free card to play because it discounts 2 mana, or it discounts by 2 any combo.
Okay. Before, I really want to see Shadow Step on this 1/2 here. I think it's really important. We'll see if he does it.
Yeah, you want that whirl kick back in your hand.
Right. I think that the way you beat Shaman with Rogue is that you have to consistently get the value, right? You have to keep getting the whirl kick value here to
oh, well, he did step the 1/2, but it may not have been the optimal 1/2 here. Maybe just looking to get more value generation right now, and we're going to see the punish here as Tidal Wave is going to neutralize a lot of that damage that Tuna just took and push more. There's nothing he's doing but Tidal Wave, right? You have to kill the 1/2.
You could Witch's Brew if you Doomhammer it. I think that's
okay.
Fine.
I guess he wants to. Yeah, this is okay. I really like the mana efficiency of Tidal Wave and smacking 4 when you're already holding Inara, but I can see this as well.
I actually didn't want to kill this 3/2. I wanted to push the 2 damage.
Oh, we weren't swinging the... Oh, wait, he did. Oh. What, for another Shadow Step, maybe?
I think it just comes down to the Shaman has more life than the Rogue by a lot. So the 2 health to the Rogue is a lot more than 3 health to the Shaman. Does that make sense?
It does, absolutely. So far, we've seen both players just coming out a little bit conservative with a lot of the decisions that they're making here. Both kind of playing cautious and feeling like they need to, you know, take maybe safer lines that deal less damage to them over the course of the game.
Oh, Lurker Below's the nuts, though.
Really nice draw for BrushyTuna here.
So, I think you hold the weapon.
I'm not sure if he runs 2 Doomhammers or 1 in this list. I feel like it's just 1 though. So holding the weapon is debatable, maybe just as the way to try to find the other Storm Strike to pair it together with Inara and have more damage over the course of the next like multiple swings.
Right. I mean, I would no the list I usually play. We've got Custodian, 2 Doomhammers, and Rockbiter in it. And along with, I don't think I've seen anything that wouldn't fit in that list so far. But I do kind of wonder if that's the case. I would like to save those Doomhammer charges for like a Rockbiter, because we know we're going to use one of them with Inara, or 2 of them, right? So we have 2 for Inara and then 2 for Stormstrike or Rockbiter.
He may be playing it as if Inara is just a replacement Doomhammer. So you use one of the, like, it still is another Diligent Note Taker to copy the other Stormstrike for more burst. This is not ideal for BrushyTuna though, seeing that Wasteland Assassin come down, just more stuff that's sticky, so feels compelled to just play that Earthquake, guarantee nothing sticks on the board, and there's no way he swings the weapon. Why would you?
This is just strictly wrong, because we have an R in hands.
By that play. Maybe he expects weapon removal?
Right, I think both players are playing extremely cautiously, and that just might be a part of the thing with closed deck list, right? Because he just doesn't know.
Yeah, closed deck list, you know, tournament style format, best of 5. You don't want to lose from a spicy tech.
Right, but that attitude of playing it safe may be.
It sometimes could create some suboptimal lines, but you know, overall, I trust the skill level of these players, and they want to pick up the win for their team. Every now and then, it creates maybe more cautious lines that might hurt your overall win percentage, but we'll see how it works out for them.
Okay, so it's really important that we see the Shadow Step, yeah, because if you get your Whirl Kick removed, there's just not enough gas left.
Yeah, THLeumer being very smart with the Shadow Steps. Cage Match draws Fist of Rawden.
Oh wow! So this is very interesting. I would have figured it would be another Doomhammer, but I think you play the Inara here because the Fist doesn't, unless he wants to set up for an 8-drop from Tidal Wave.
Maybe. Could be considering just using a Torrent now and valuing the Earthshock for Edwin removal, because Torrent will summon the 1-mana legendary.
Yeah, the 6/8s can be powerful for sure.
Might not even
the Torrent might be more valuable.
More charges. Could have considered killing the Prize Plunder. Doesn't care about it. All right, THLeumer, 2 cards in deck, full hand of cards. He really needs to find the push to get there real soon.
Yeah, I mean, he still has a very healthy life total, is the thing. The Shaman doesn't seem like it's a deck that really kills you.
Yeah.
Which is not what I was expecting when I saw the Doomhammer. But...
So, we're almost certainly going to be seeing this Earthshock deal with the questing. While THLeumer just pumps this questing up as much as he possibly can.
Right.
I am a bit surprised to not see this Whirl Kick get played here, though, with combo cards.
This is giving up a lot of value to not get duplicates on
he must be he must be saving the Whirl Kick for next turn with combo cards. And considering a prep missiles,
I think if you want to save the prep because Torrent, Hex, Earthshock, Devolving Missiles are all factors here. And we want another card. It could give us another card with Whirl Kick, rather than just +2/+2.
Sides on pushing 3 and getting +2 on the questing, saying if you don't have an answer for questing right now, you are really in trouble. But Tuna had 2 answers in hand and was holding a third. Or, I mean, drew a third.
Okay, so I would have liked to see the Tidal Wave there. I think the health 13 is a little lower than I want to be as a Shaman.
Yeah, getting a random 8 drop and then Earthshock. I guess you could Earthshock first actually and kill your own reliquary. It's not like you need it to stick.
Right. I think you want it to die so you can draw it next turn. And the 1/3 isn't that big a deal. But
Yeah.
knowing that there's 3 created by combo cards in hand, I would be terrified.
Is also, I mean,
you could do
possibly
like
just
wall kick a vis into like a or vis weapon, something like that, and then you're just
really
too low.
bad outcomes though for Lemur here off of this whirl kick, getting a Necrium Apothecary and another one. Just has to throw out a Plunderer that he doesn't want to, but hey, that's not bad, seeing the other Plunderer.
Yeah. I think you need to play it here. I don't think there's enough combo cards left, because we've seen
Passage draws literally one card. What's the last card? I guess he knows what it is. Yeah, of course it's Edwin.
Okay.
I forgot. Yeah, I forgot that Edwin's there. But this looks like game over for,
there's nothing
for
left.
Lemur. BrushyTuna has Earthshock Tidal Wave, and that completely closes out this game.
Yeah. Earthshock, trade the 2/5 Tidal Wave.
Yep.
Go to full health, and there's just not enough stuff
Absolutely. And there's your reason for BrushyTuna holding Tidal Wave for as long as he did. Knew that there was a 0-mana whirl kick in hand. He was tracking it better than we were with Edwin just never being played so far. So he knew Edwin was eventually coming down. He's like, I'm going to see these two together. I'm just going to wipe out the board. And there it is. BrushyTuna grabbing game 1 in convincing fashion. And the Shaman gets through.
Yeah, I don't think that was a surprise. The Shaman isn't the deck to try and beat multiple times, probably. Although that was a very interesting take on Shaman, and I think that really made things hard to figure out.
Oh yeah, you love to see the spicy stuff in the closed lists. And here we are now in this mirror match of 3 classes versus the same 3 classes. We've got a Rogue v Rogue.
How do you feel about this Wand Thief keep from Brushy?
It's very debatable. Usually I don't think he had the kind of hand where he would want to keep it, especially going first.
Right.
Also holding the Pharaoh Cat on turn 1, is he specifically afraid of a backstab, Foxy, Edwin type shenanigans?
Right, he wanted to
combo the Wand Thief on 2.
But I don't think... I think you should have not kept the Wand Thief and just played the Pharaoh Cat turn 1. And then he may have gotten a Reborn 2-drop. And that's like, if you get the Pharaoh Cat into like the Priest or Paladin Reborns, that can just run away with the game.
Okay, here we go. There's a crazy turn available for Lemur. He also might want to wait one more turn, which I think is a little bit better. You can also potentially draw something really good to prep out, and Edwin is going to be unconscionably huge on turn 3.
Right, I think you can make the guess that the Rogue deck is Whirl Kick rather than Secrets if they leave up Shaman. And that means that there's at most like a Coerce.
I really don't like the Wand Thief getting played here because I feel like we needed to coin Wand Thief, step it, play it, and then prep out something,
prep out the spell.
and then play Edwin. Oh, we're going full shenanigans. Here we go.
Lunacy is quite bad. I've done the Lunacy before.
No, I don't think it's all that good, and probably wasn't the pick there because Lunacy does not seem helpful in Rogue. You actually get rid of some specific draw cards that are really good for you, like Secret Passage.
Right. The thing is, the Rogue cards are such high tempo already. I really want to see Questing here, though. I think it's Questing, Prep, Swindle.
Questing, Prep, Swindle's excellent.
You could also hit Shadow Step, Backstab, Prep off of it.
Doesn't feel like it's worth it here. Probably still going to be saving the Prep, though, to play with Questing. Still has a good Questing turn, potentially, but BrushyTuna's looking like he's going to be in some trouble facing down this Edwin.
Right, if he had a Questing on board here, the Edwin could have died. And now
really
he has no response.
Things. Yeah. So here's the step for a cat. He plays the cat again. I suppose we see... Do we even see coin? I'm not sure that we do. Okay. Apparently
yeah,
you
you just make this
floating the 1 mana to get +2/+2. Biggest Edwin possible. Prep Lunacy Edwin, yep. And yeah, you see BrushyTuna mousing over the questing. I think maybe like
I think he's realizing.
Suggesting, oh, did I need to play this? And this might be game over. We have, you know.
I mean, he could go for the passage if he has coerce. Oh, this isn't right. This just doesn't work.
I see
what?
the
Oh my god!
it.
Shadow of Death in deck.
Oh wow!
That's from the. It's from the.
Yeah.
But it's like
cost one.
Oh,
this is a brutal reborn for BrushyTuna to see for LeaMer here. Just pushing 14, and Tuna is so dead.
I think what needed to happen last turn was prep Wand Thief, and then if you don't get something, you passage.
Yeah, now he's playing the questing. I don't like this either, because we need to play the Wand Thief to find an answer to Edwin. And with 1 mana, the answer would be what? Rare Frost, Stall? Mirror.
We could have prepped the Vape, right? Why didn't we prep the Vape?
Yeah, actually, that was pretty sneaky. I wasn't even thinking about the prep Vape either, but because I missed the prep in hand, he might have missed it too.
I think he's getting a little fast here with the plays. You could have taken a little bit more time to think about that, the options there.
14-14 Edwin will make anyone feel desperate sometimes.
Right, you get scared and you panic, but now we have questing Shadow of Death, and that's just terrifying. You're going to get a bunch of questings in deck, and if you hit them off the top, it's very powerful.
Fortunately for BrushyTuna, he is not going to be dead all that quickly to LeaMer's hand, because LeaMer does not have any combo cards to go with the Whirl Kick and doesn't have any way to reliably get through these mirror images other than just smacking Edwin into them.
Right, and you have this questing should easily be able to reach 12 with the Eviscerate to kill this.
LeaMer stylishly targets BrushyTuna's questing rather than his own questing.
Incredible.
Prep Evis, right? You need to Evis this before you passage. What?
Going with the Icicle to damage the questing, then Evis. Okay. And digging on the passage. I mean, he has enough now to, at the very least, stave off the Edwin damage incoming. Not an ideal passage, though.
We missed a damage there.
Yeah. We're seeing... I thought maybe we'd see Whirl Kick come down here.
He needs Evocation. He's actually pretty low on cards.
Just going Swindle. Yeah, Swindle makes sense, too.
Oh, Brain Freeze.
Huge find with the Brain Freeze, yeah. Now he can smack for 13. This might have actually flipped things around completely for BrushyTuna. Rogue doing crazy Rogue things, and could just Evocation to look for Burn for a win. I mean, actually, no, I mean, he's already won.
He needs Bone Freeze,
right? Cat is incredible.
Yep, he's dead.
Yeah, that's it. Wow. Massive Edwin on LeaMer's side, and BrushyTuna still finds a way to win it.
Right, so the way that worked out, the mirror image actually ended up being very good.
Yeah, mirror was insane.
Prep Vape, because the prep ended up being really useful the next turn. For it allowed him to get the to kill the questing. Without because he put the Abyss into the Edwin.
So BrushyTuna is down to his final deck now, being Paladin, which we've identified as the weakest one. It would make sense for LeaMer to just queue Rogue again, because Rogue is best against Paladin, and that's what he does.
I will fight with honor.
All right.
I don't think I keep Novice. I think you want to get the stronger payoffs, but if you see two of them right here, we see Aldor Tenant and Aldor Truthseeker, which is really going to create incredible mana efficiency for Brushy.
LeaMer once again finding Coin, Edwin, Shadow Step, Backstab, and Wand Thief all in hand to start off. Once again, this could just be another turn 3 Edwin.
Right, it's going to be up to Brushy to find Libram of Justice or Barov to deal with that.
This looks like a pass on turn 1 and a dagger on turn 2 from LeaMer before he goes off. But he looks like he really wants to play this Backstab right now.
Right. Importantly, the Libra of Justice can come down in time. Yeah, I think this is good, because if you get this Wand Thief down and it doesn't die, you can Shadow Step, coin,
True.
Edwin next turn, and it's... Oh, but that's a huge draw.
Oh yeah. Barov kind of neutralizes that completely. Barov with Broomstick already in hand. BrushyTuna has a built-in answer to the biggest possible Edwin. The most giant Edwin will not matter.
I just want to take a moment to point out how good that turn 1 Wand Thief is, because 4 mana is the turn in which Edwin could die, right? Because you have Libram of Justice or Bear of Broom.
Yeah, this is pretty huge for Lemur just to get a big Edwin faster. Not as big as it could have been on turn 3, but at the same time, you know, much harder to deal with for right now. And it means BrushyTuna is pretty much guaranteed to take 8 damage here before that Barov helps out.
Right, and if he had, if Libram of Justice had been the answer to this Edwin, he would have taken another 8, so it would have done 16.
Very true. And very strong on Lemur's side of things. This is, of course, the matchup that we identified early to be very rogue favored.
Oh, but by not daggering here to kill the 1/1 or the 3/1, Libram of Justice actually saves 8 health. And, unless he plays the Plunderer. Yeah, he needs to play the
it looks like he
so...
wanted to play the Plunderer here.
Okay.
Just making as big a board as possible to try to just beat up on Paladin as quick. And look at that!
There's the
Libra of Justice top decked, although it was always going to be Barov.
Right, and now Brushy has plenty of card draw and resource with the Novice and Salad's Pride. And he's going to have, oh, no Aldor.
I'm very surprised to not see Aldor get played there, but this also seems fine. Just to draw and then find more of your draw with Pride.
I would have liked to see him take that a little slower. But I think he's maybe afraid of drawing all of his 1-health minions before he gets 2. Although he has 2 Penflingers left, right? And a Braggart. So he was never going to draw all of his 1-drops there. So I don't think he needed to play Salad's Pride that quickly.
I think he should know, based on Lemur's list as well, that it is pretty safe to play Libram Wisdom, because he's seen Whirl Kick. So Whirl Kick is not a list that runs Sap, but still kind of playing around Sap being an option.
I feel like he's seen the whole Rogue deck list at this point, because he's played Rogue 3 times in a row.
He's literally, it might just be like a, you know, a preset like idea in his head, like, hey, Rogue does Sap effects, so I need to be really careful with my Libram Wisdom. Because we see him still just kind of holding back on it.
Oh, well, actually, by saving the Libram of Wisdom, if the 4/6 doesn't die, then you can have more Penflinger flings. Right?
But, yeah, now I really like...
Now the Libram of Wisdom is actually very good that he saved it.
It has to be played here, yeah.
Yeah.
Really nice. What a way to plan for your opponent playing a turn 6 Mage freeze spell and summoning the 2/3/6.
Right.
Yeah, so everything is just coming at BrushyTuna right now.
Right, and this is looking to be a 3-0. I don't know how Rogue can come back at this point.
Lemur really needs to find some powerful cards fast, because this game has shifted very much in BrushyTuna's favor. The Barov Broomstick was just such a devastating play.
Right, I mean, at this point, even a big questing adventurer doesn't really do it, because you have Argent Braggart Broom. So it's not going to stick. Maybe a Jandis Shadow Step into a lot of value generation is something.
Yeah, it might start with the Spell Lackey. It could be something that Lemur can find an answer with starting on the next turn. Maybe just Spell Lackey generating him a Secret Passage, and then finding some more resources from there. Oh my god, BrushyTuna finding the other Libram Wisdom, and this looks so rough for Lemur. Penflinger's just going ham.
Yeah, the damage is racking up very quickly here.
And the tilt factor.
Yeah.
Continually being called the loser never feels good.
Yeah, It's time to go into your settings and turn the volume down.
Indeed.
Overcharged and ready to fight.
Yeah. Well, I'd prefer if you guys don't mute the stream, because
Yeah,
I'd like
that'd be
you guys
better.
to be able to hear. Yeah.
All right, so the lead, I mean, maybe you lead Secret Passage since you just drew it, but I do like leading with the Spell Lackey to see what you can find. And Coerce is quite nice to deal with the big minion. But still just, it looks so brutal for Lemur. Like, I don't know how he gets out of this.
Right, I almost feel like Secret Passage had to come down there. But, this buys a turn, you have something on board.
Yeah, I think we're like 99% sure that Lemur rips the Secret Passage on turn 9.
So, do we see Penflinger the Adrin? Interesting. This is fine. I would have liked to see Liadrin here, but it should. I don't think that there'll be anything too scary on the other side.
Yeah, Tuna's still just kind of playing it safe. Knows he has a pretty serious advantage as far as how this game is playing out so far. I like the buffs being separated here on the Leader Wisdom.
At this
Gonna
point,
use
it's like
the weapon swing to full clear the board. Yep.
To get out of this, and that's by splitting them up. It's just very good.
So yep, here comes the passage, and we'll see what Lemur's last gasp efforts are. Questing, not bad. Backstab, reasonable. Yeah.
About all you could have asked for here.
Yeah, this is a pretty good find off Secret Passage. Gets to charge up the questing a good amount. Then he's going to get the bad news with the Braggart.
I don't even think he needs to Braggart. I think you can Penflinger this down.
Yeah, actually.
The question is, does he want to? Because, see, he kind of wanted to play the Adrin here, right?
So it's an 8-8. I mean, Braggart looks so good for an 8-8. And is there a way to still, like, clear up the questing without taking damage? Well, Brushy just immediately attacks, yeah.
He knows what's up. Okay, I guess we'll watch and see what he does.
It's probably a broomstick rush of the Braggart. He gets to protect it, too, with the buff on the Libram Wisdom. Wanted to just clear up the entire board, right, and use...
Okay.
Yeah, Libram Wisdom comes down last. We're probably going to buff it last.
This wasn't great.
Oh.
I think there was some mistakes here.
Yeah, no, he emoted. He knows a couple of misses.
I think he's getting a little too ahead of himself with the speed.
He went so fast. There's a lot there.
Yeah, he was nowhere near roping out. But you could make that a 10-10 questing and clear the whole board, I'm pretty sure, if you figured that out. The perfect ways to hit things, because you can kill your Bloodsail Coaster. Bloodsail Corsair, sorry.
Right, yeah.
And then you can rush into 10. You can spread out your buffs.
Yeah,
and
all right, but
10-10.
gave Lemur maybe a little bit of an opening here. Leads with the Frost Nova, gets the Swindle into Secret Passage, finds another questing, but no longer the mana for it, along with the Barov here, and just getting a little bit of generation. Pretty good cards to generate.
I think it was a pretty big mistake to kill them. Yeah, we don't want that, because now he knows that he's got Penflinger and a Libram, so this never survives.
Yeah, I would have liked to see not the Librammed minion to die because of the Penflingers just continuing that damage. Is this finally Liadrin? Still no Liadrin. Liadrin next turn then, I would expect.
That is a very nice one, yeah.
That's nasty. That's so nasty. Yeah. This is... Alright, I mean, if there's an option, maybe it comes from Whirl Kick.
Right. I think roll kick is definitely the best draw he could have
That
found.
was an incredible draw here for Lemur. You would
He
be
just needs to
thrilled
get-
about Kidnapper because you kind of need more stuff.
I think he just needs a really big prize plunderer. Because if he can kill the 8-8 and get this questing, this Edwin big enough to not die,
Like the winds.
so yeah, fraud and a Vista 3/3, I think.
He's just gonna
I
go
think you
for
need to
this
do the
thing
3/3 to protect
on
your
the
head.
Guardian to take the trade of the Plunderer.
Yeah, I guess this is all right. I really would have liked to kill the 3/3.
And just whiffs on the World Kick
Yeah.
generation at the end. The 2 head cracks.
Now he's dead. He just died. He
Whoa.
just died.
Whoa, he protected the Plunderer. Whoa.
He did.
Yeah,
I don't know
that'll
that there
do
was. I think you could have gotten that Edwin's protected, but I don't know if it would have ever been.
I think it didn't matter. I think Lemur was always dying. You know, but yeah, BrushyTuna just
yeah,
taking
3-0.
it home. 3-0. Really nicely done. There were a few possible like questionable lines, especially on that one turn going super fast, but overall really nicely played. And I think the turning point was that Rogue game when Rogue v Rogue, when it was a 14-14 Edwin that he was just
Right.
able to stall out and then get his own massive one. Let's see if we can bring BrushyTuna into the call here for an interview.
He'll hop in, I bet.
Hey, welcome, buds. Congratulations. 3-0. Feels good.
Feels good, man.
Congrats.
Feels good, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. I gotta say, I got a little lucky in that last game there. I just had every answer I needed for the rogue matchup, and it just
Right.
worked out
Oh,
well.
yeah. Bear off Broom on 4 was insane.
Yeah.
You got a little ahead of yourself.
Yeah, on that one
with,
turn.
One of those turns. I really thought your play was like I thought your planned play was just getting your 8-8 like buffed at the end of the turn to a 9-9 so it sticked as a 9-1 going into the next one. But regardless, like the way that match played out, I don't think Lemur had much of a chance.
No, I once I cleared the first questing in the Edwin, I knew it was pretty far from like it would be very impossible for me to like really lose that one. I would have to like throw it.
Tell me a little bit about the Rogue v Rogue though. 14-14 Edwin comes down way early, and what was the MVP there? Mirror image.
Yeah.
It was mirror.
Just let me put up some taunts so I can live for a little bit.
There-
Yeah.
Yeah, you had
Right, did
you
you-
actually had 2 good
Okay.
plays.
You had the option of going for prep vaporize though. Did you see that?
I did. But you know, I was like, I thought about it, but I had the questing in hand, or I had the questing ready on board. So I wanted to go for the mirror image because I think I could I was like, oh, I can set up a counter lethal against this Edwin real fast if he doesn't have an answer to my Edwin. So I think I took that's a little riskier play, but I was like, I could set up the counter lethal really fast, so I'm gonna go for that. And that's what ended up happening. That's why I took the mirror image there to do that.
Right. Yeah, I was pretty impressed by how quickly you found good lines that game because you played like at lightning speed.
I
Dude,
have. I'll tell you right now how many games I have on this World Kick Rogue. Open this up. 148 games.
Dang.
That's a
That-
good amount of game.
That's a good
That a
amount of World
lot.
Kick game.
That
So
is a
I-
lot.
So I felt fine. I know what I was like. I knew what I was going for at each stage of the game. You know, once I saw the Edwin, I was like, okay, I still have ways. I can brain freeze it for a couple turns and do whatnot. So this mirror image gave me the best possible line to just crush him back, since he had to waste so much resources to make that 14-14.
Yeah.
So
We were also really surprised by some of the lines in the first game, the Control Shaman, with how often you were swinging the Doomhammer. Were you at all concerned about weapon removal? Is that like what prompted some of the?
Yeah, I was like, it's closed deck list. Maybe he's running like a random one of sticky, and I really don't want to give him this Doomhammer. So some of the turns I was just swinging in the face just to like put some pressure onto him that like put him low. That maybe one turn I could set up some weird like lurker from below and hit him twice type deal, or a Fireheart lethal. So I was like, I'm just gonna swing anyways, even if he doesn't have weapon removal, just to get this out of here in case I get sticky, because I don't want to give him a 2/6 Doomhammer. So
Fair enough. Yeah, I really figured that was like the only. That had to be the thinking behind like all those swings, because we're like you're holding like more weapon buffs. You're just swinging away with this.
Yep.
All right.
No,
your control shaman is really interesting to me because I've made so many different builds of that, and I've seen so many different builds of that. But I wasn't sure whether they were going to be rock biters or a Galacron.
Nope.
Or whatever.
Nope.
At any point.
Just a Fist of Radon and a Doomhammer, and then the only weapon buffs are the Storm Strikes in my list.
I've played a very aggressive kind of kill 'em control shaman that with AoEs. But
wait, did you say aggressive kill 'em control shaman?
Yeah.
What the hell does that mean?
You play double rock fighter,
Burn
and,
shaman.
storm strikes, and doom hammers, and then you just play an AoE every turn and hit face. It's like I think Ufric called it soul shaman,
or the enhancement shaman. I think is what it's called. Yeah.
Well, but you got Haggett the Scheme, so you just clear the board and hit face every turn.
It sounds like the illegitimate child of Bomb Warrior and Soul Demon Hunter.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that sounds great.
AoE and weapon
but
buffs.
fun.
Yeah, but then you have Sticky Finger in that deck as well, too. So there's definitely a lot of weapon activity, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, the Sticky Fingers are in that deck for one matchup. And that's the Shaman Mirror.
That is the Shaman Mirror, yeah.
Yeah.
I was definitely... I would have thought that with that kind of deck, you might have left up Warrior and banned the Paladin almost. Because did you feel like you've had the tools to stop them? In that control?
Yeah, I mean, so that Control Shaman eats Shaman, Rogue, and Paladin. Like, I think I could play 100 games against that lineup with that deck and maybe lose 10 total.
Wow, that's a lot of confidence you've got there.
It's a very bold claim, but that's also BrushyTuna in a nutshell. Making bold claims.
Facts. That is me in a nutshell.
It's
but
average of a 90-10 matchup.
Yeah, I do. I honestly think that like on average, like well above average, I will crush that lineup every time with that Control Shaman.
He's brimming with confidence.
And my other tech choice, I mean, I just also with the Warrior Band, I just didn't feel that felt like the worst matchup with the Broom Pally and the World Kick Rogue as well. I was like, I'm just gonna get this out of here and just not worry about it. So,
I mean, we were talking a little bit about that beforehand. Just both of you went full mirror and both of you went Warrior Ban.
Yeah.
So just like overall kind of concerned. I wish we had seen more of THLeumer's decks. We literally just saw the Rogue 3 times just get beaten up, and twice he had some really high rolly starts, but you just had the exact answers on multiple occasions to really just maneuver your way into some quick wins. So any overall thoughts about the lineups or the games in general?
Yeah, I would say the only game that I think THLeumer definitely had the best chance of winning would have been that Pally if I didn't have the Barov. But I did like him bringing Rogue into each of those matchups, because technically the Rogue is favored like the Rogue Mirror is kind of weird, but like the Rogue should beat the Pally if I don't slam a Barov on turn 4. So I didn't mind him doing that. Like if I mean, Rogue
Mirror's a toss-up, and it's 50-50 maybe that you either bring Rogue or Paladin there.
Yeah.
So like it made a good amount of sense to lead Rogue and then bring Rogue again, and then he had to bring Rogue in the final game.
Yeah, absolutely. It kind of like pinned him into it.
I don't know about the lead Rogue is my question. I don't know if that's really the one you want to open with. I think
maybe.
Probably Shaman. But the way you had your control Shaman, I can't imagine that's fun at all.
No. It's just, we sit there. I mean, Ron and I tested that matchup, last Sunday, Ron? And I just kept stealing his weapons and clearing his board. And he was like, wow, I'm having so much fun, guys.
I
Look at me doing nothing.
I kept drawing a Horde Pillagers over and over, but he always had Sticky Finger on 5.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody likes that. Except Tuna. Tuna was having fun.
I enjoyed it. 1, because I got to torture Ron. And 2, I got to torture Ron. So,
Yeah. It's like, glad I could help you test things, buddy. But, congratulations again, Tuna. It was a great win. A nice way to redeem yourself after an 0-3 start in Legacy to get to a full 500 in game
Yeah.
score.
I was like, 0-3, this is week 2. And then I realized you were talking about actual, like, match.
Game score.
Game score.
But,
I was like, what?
Yeah, just nicely done. I think Lemur played pretty well throughout. Just there were a couple lineup decisions that really worked well in your favor, and then wow, did you ever find the perfect things in 2 straight wins to just hey, I don't care about your massive Edwins that you keep making. I'm gonna win anyway.
Get him out of here. Yeah. I was curious.
I think there were a couple games there where Lemur played perfectly or almost perfectly. I think, like the Rogue Mirror, he found the right line with the Edwin, and then it just didn't work. Like it was because you had the answers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't have the answer right away. I just had a way to like slow him down for a couple turns, and then.
Right. Well, you found the mirror image and then the brain freeze, and that was more than enough.
Yeah. Well, you couldn't have been feeling great about that matchup when Lemur played the reborn rusher.
Oh, I was so mad.
Right through your
I was like, you
bone rate, and you're like, oh wow, I'm actually getting hit for 10 anyway.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna hurt. My face. Yeah. My face hurts. Yeah.
But there were multiple ways to get through it, though. Like given his deck, I mean, he easily could have played, any number of like eviscerate or plunderers or brain freeze. Found a way.
But he was down to what, like hit 3 cards.
Hit minimal cards.
Yeah. So like him getting through it that turn was like possibly low. But like the following turn, I was like, I'm definitely gonna get hit for 10 on this. But that's the whole point of that bone rates was just to hopefully stall a single turn.
There you go. And the stream is caught up now.
Hey.
It's in the books. It's
Look at
official.
That beautiful HeatShock picture.
Got that 3-0. And the official RonMexico picture. Remember,
that's definitely
folks,
what Ron looks like, guys.
It's not the official pic if there's not an X over the face.
Yes. Yeah.
For those who don't know where the picture came from, though, it came from Pro All Stars Season 1. It was Ron and I were on opposite teams, so of course I made my team RonMexico, so we took his logo and slapped a big X through it.
Oh, it's the first time hearing of this.
Yeah, Ron? Yeah. And then we beat him. We beat Fuel's All-Star team.
Rip Fuel.
Nope.
Take that, Ron. And now we're all on the same Legacy team.
Yeah, right? you 3 literally are, yeah.
Yeah, but hey, there you have it. That's our match for tonight. Unfortunately, we don't have another one lined up. But really happy to be here with you guys on this fantastic Wednesday. Possibly our last match of 2020. I guess we might be casting some tomorrow, right?
There's a chance for an early match. We're still discussing it with the players at the moment, but no confirmation yet, I believe.
Either way, as always, stay tuned to this Twitch channel. Check your pings in Discord and lives and whatever, and we'll see if we maybe have one for you before this year ends. Otherwise, we will see you all in 2021. Any final words here, Tuna?
Yeah. 2021 is kicking off with I got a few things actually. One, I want to thank Lemur for help putting the stream on for everybody. And 2, 2021 does have 2 matches right off rip on that Saturday. We have Marty Brodeur versus BrushyTuna on Skullstone at 4 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, and then later that night, Salty Saturday has 2 matches as well. At 8:30, we have D-Money versus BrushyTuna, and then after that, I believe it's Plants versus. Hold on. It's Plants from Illidan's Death Knights taking on Easy Bake from Meme Dream Team.
So it sounds like BrushyTuna is our THL entertainment this week.
Absolutely.
Yeah. A lot of tuna.
A lot of tuna. Yeah. Hopefully I can win on all these streams, or else Ron's going to roast me for each one. But
I mean, how do you feel about facing D-Money? That's going to be a tough one.
I feel pretty good about it. I mean, it's open deck list, so like I feel pretty good with what I have into what he brought. So, but we'll see. I mean, he's a way better player than I am, so I just gotta hopefully not mess up.
And that's why you play the game.
Yeah. maybe he'll have just like a forget lapse in like Hearthstone knowledge and make a million misplaced, but I doubt it.
Oh,
But
I do really like your lineup. It's pretty great.
you talking about in pro? You like
Yeah,
that?
it's nice and spicy. It's something I would bring. So you have the HeatShock seal of approval.
But is there mage?
There's
No.
not me.
Darn.
But it's still got the seal of approval.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
seal of approval is all we need.
You like that heat shot? I brought that shaman back just for you, buds.
Yeah.
Cool. That's all I got.
All right.
Awesome.
So I guess that's gonna do it for the this edition of Wicked Wednesday. Not sure how many more of these we're gonna have since this is usually Tavern Talk night. But I want to thank HeatShock and Ron for casting, and I want to thank THLeumer and BrushyTuna for playing the match for us. And you know, if you want to support THL, you can subscribe to the channel if you have your Prime Gaming and haven't used it yet. It's a free sub. We'd be more than happy to have you help support us, so that way we can keep running our website and just any other events that we decide to put on. Yeah, we will see you all at the earliest possibly tomorrow, and if not, we will see you all on Saturday for Schoolstone.
That's right. Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for
Happy New
watching.
Year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!